sky is set, but Alberta ain't ready to kneel just yet. They chose their king, their power was met, but we don't answer to Ottawa yet. No crown gave us what we've earned, just dirt and fire and lessons learned. Now the ground it shakes, the steel it groans, and Alberta walks alone. We ride sovereign steel through fire, through frost. We ain't the last, we're the line they lost. Alberta stands, never on its knees. A nation born in the forge of the free. From the rigs to the rails, the crops to the code, we lit their streets, we bore their load. They laughed at pride, they mocked the West, but freedom don't die, it just waits for the test. The cowboys ride.
Oh, welcome. It's 7-Eleven Daily Summer with Bruce Show. So amazing to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm alive, I'm kicking, and I am excited about what we have got going on here in Alberta. Aren't you just so excited as well? My God. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching, make sure to share this out and get some more eyeballs on it. I have got an amazing show coming up. I'm very excited to talk about what we have just gone through for the last 3-4 months, going through the petition gathering for the signatures, moving the needle towards freedom here in Alberta, and the referendum coming up in October. Anyway, I got to talk about the celebration of what you have done, you amazing Albertans. Thank you so much for participating in that. I'm going to talk about that, but I have a very special surprise guest coming up. I'm very excited to have this person, and there's a lot of security around this person because they are a high profile person in the social media scene. We have got to make sure to protect them. With the stuff that's happening down in Washington just yesterday, I think it was the day before, with President Trump and the assassination attempt on him. Well, there's a very special guest on the other end. I'm looking forward to having them. They're going to talk about freedom in Western Canada. We're gonna get into Western independence. This is called the Western Independence Super Show. All right, as I usually like to do, I like to start off talking about local businesses. I love to support local businesses. Make sure that you do it as well. And one of them that stuck with me from the beginning is nuggetstacker.com. I am not your investment advisor, but I do suggest getting gold and silver. It's a great way to protect your family's wealth. Anyway, you can buy gold and silver from nuggetstacker.com. Go right through my website at unscrewthenews.com. Get a bit of a discount. You know what? I'm going to throw up a QR code here for you as well. If you want to get a bit of a discount, you can click on that QR code. Save a bit of money while you buy gold and silver to protect your family's wealth. Anyway, nuggetstacker.com, 1-866-644-2121. They'll send you anything over $600 anywhere in Canada. Ship it right to your door. All right, let's get into unscrewing some news. I am, like I said, very excited to be here. It's an extraordinary time, and we are going to unscrew some news. But before we do, I want to say that I'm coming to you from the heart of the battle-ready nation of Alberta, and we bring you truth and optimism. Our goal is to break free from the media and the globalist mind control. It is April 27, 2026. This is episode number 279. I call this Western Independence Super Show with surprise guest. All right, we're going to get into it here, guys, right away. I want to just celebrate some of what we've gone through. And then I'm going to bring on my guest. So stand by while I pull up just this post here. If you're familiar with him, John Patriot, or John from Alberta, has done an amazing job, really gone out there and talked to the people. Anyway, I just want to read a bit of this. He said, his post from, I think it was today, Alberta isn't just a place, it's a mindset. That's what people, so many people across Canada don't understand. From the outside, they reduce us to cowboy hats, oil, and rodeos, but that's surface level. What actually defines Alberta runs deeper, and you only really understand it if you've lived here. The land attracts people who value independence, responsibility, hard work, and freedom. That's what binds us together, not language or ethnicity, but shared values. That's why we think differently. That's why we vote differently. And that's why we've never fit into the Canadian model. Canada, especially at the federal level, is built around centralized control and managed outcomes. Alberta was built by people who rejected that. People who accepted hardship when it came and took responsibility for building their own future. That is our culture. That's also why Canadians misunderstand us. What they see is as asking for too much. We see as demanding what we already earned. They see Alberta as a colony to be managed. We see Alberta as a nation ready to decide its own future. The petition was the first step. It wasn't just signatures. It was proof that this mindset is real, shared, and growing. Proof that people believe in each other and have hope for the future. Now comes the shift. We need to stop thinking like activists and start thinking like founders. Founders don't wait. Founders don't ask permission. Founders build. This isn't just pushback anymore. This is creation. People are coming together around an identity that has always been there, but it's finally being recognized. We are Albertans, and we are founding a nation. Petition was the first step. We are founding a nation. We are Albertans. You know what? I'm excited to be here. What an awesome, awesome guy. Thank you, John from Alberta, and your great work out there in the field. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to bring up a little bit of a taste of my next guest. You know what? I'm not going to introduce her yet, but I am going to play this video. So here, stand by.
Hello, citizens. It's your citizen prime minister, Red Pill Jamie. I have been talking to Canada, to the provinces, to the people of Saskatchewan since January of 2026 about their thoughts and feelings about current date Canadian politics. As time has moved on, we reached from April 30th to May 16th for our rally date. As we got closer and closer to April 13th and the snap election, the people of Saskatchewan completely disagreed, and they would like to force our provincial government to hold a formal referendum. So we are going to join together at our city halls and all of our towns and our cities to show that our politicians, that the citizens want a referendum, and we want to have the ability to formally vote on this. And please start organizing, and I highly recommend that we learn from Alberta's mistakes and that we actually reach out to the Indigenous leaders of Saskatchewan and start talks with them first before we're able to move forward with a referendum. Thank you, citizens.
All right. So I want to welcome my next guest. And you know what? Sorry, I'm going to show you one of the things that we're going to talk about is this right here, Saskatchewan Citizens United. I want to welcome Citizen PM Red Pill Jamie, or as I want to call her, the People's PM. Welcome to the show, Jamie. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and join us on Unscrew the News. Thank you very much for. I noticed that you parked so that you could get on the live. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, no, I just got back from taking my son to therapy, so I just got home. But yeah, the funny thing about the citizen vote is the day after Mark Carney was elected on April 13th, I got really pissed off and made a video announcing himself as the citizen prime minister, and I got 10,000 views within 24 hours. So I was like, man, that's way more than Mark Carney. So I just keep running with it.
Okay, I think I've got it here. So I'm going to bring it up because I think it's quite funny. Tell me if this is the right one or not. One second here.
I was picking my kids up from school. Yeah.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
Well,
I want to announce.
Okay, so I'm going to play this out here. But yeah, this is you announcing your win as the new citizen voted PM, the conservative PM. So let's play it out here.
That I am now the new Conservative Prime Minister of Canada. So all we need to do is just get me in front of the camera, and I will be recognized as in my position. And so since voting doesn't matter, I don't think that Mark Carney can actually say too much about it. So as long as we all agree it's me, then it's me.
Good for you. That's awesome. I love it. And stick it into them, Jamie. Nice work.
Yeah,
just keep moving forward. I appreciate that. So tell us a little bit about. Hang on 1 second here. I'm just going to bring this up. So is this what you're working towards? Is this serious, or are you just joking around about this?
So partial both ways. This is for public attention. So in Saskatchewan for the last year, the citizens have been collecting signatures to get their own referendum going, but they're still working through the process. So after I did this, I've just been posting content, and then I'm in probably 50 Facebook groups. I'm on TikTok, I'm on X, I'm on YouTube. And so I've been talking with everyone since January, and everyone is pissed. So I was in the Saskatchewan referendum Facebook group posting this poster, and everyone's like, well, no, I want it here. No, I want to go there. Let's do this day. And so I made it, and then I just posted, and it went viral. So I was like, oh, now I got to plan it. So I started planning it. I'm putting it out now. I let everyone know. So the premier knows. I let the media know. It's just a fun event. We're bringing attention that Saskatchewan is. When I talked with everybody, no one wanted to stay. So I was like, okay, so we need to bring some attention. So we're all going to go to our local city halls. I'm telling everyone to do a flag contest. We're going to do a national anthem contest. We're going to do golf cart races at every local city hall on May 16th at 1:30. And then I'm still trying to get to Regina on May 16th myself. I checked the ticket. It was like $1,500. I live in Kelowna, so everyone's like, why are you in BC? And I was like, hey, I have kids. My kids' family is here. I live with my kids. So I go back to Saskatchewan all the time.
Okay, so you're originally from Saskatchewan is what you're saying.
So actually, my softball team just got inducted into the Saskatchewan Hall of Fame, or my 2003 team. It was great.
Oh, fantastic. So as far as gathering signatures, do you have a process like we do here in Alberta? So is that something you're just working towards? Do you know what the process is, and do you know where they stand on them?
They're still collecting signatures. So I chatted with my sister about it. They've been kind of started it for about a year, but Premier, he's not doing anything. He said the other day that he wouldn't stop us. And so my sister said they're still gathering, they're still working through the process, but he just said that we had the election. So I was like, you know what, let's just bring attention to it. Because Saskatchewan right now, they're going to a whole bunch of different places and holding discussions and trying to get it started, but it's slow moving.
I like your energy. I like what you've done here. And I saw a post from you and I thought, you know what, I got to reach out to you. I love the energy. And if we can push more energy towards, let's say, your event on May 16th, I think that's fantastic. Really, really drum it home for Saskatchewanites, and they would get out there and support this effort. Really, I think this effort sounds like if you can get the people out to participate in this, you can drum up the energy to then gather signatures for a petition to then get a referendum, or at least make Mo understand that this is a serious effort. And I applaud you, because I would love, and I think Albertans would love, to have Saskatchewan join us.
Yeah.
And I think that would be, I think it would be fantastic. It just makes a lot of sense if Saskatchewan comes along. I mean, so much more like Alberta than, even Manitoba or, well, obviously Ontario, but
Yeah. I explained to my new husband, like, Saskatchewan's population hasn't changed since I was a kid, really. Like, I think we're up 200,000. But all of us went to Alberta. So I was like, no, I'm like, we're in Alberta too. It's just that's why the culture is so similar. I think a lot of you guys are from Saskatchewan.
mhm.
Yeah.
Lots of us are from Saskatchewan. We were farmers in Saskatchewan and then moved to Alberta. I don't know why, but they all flocked here as well. But um, fantastic. Keep up the great work on the social media. That must be almost like a full-time job for you, being on all those platforms and all those groups.
It does whenever it goes viral. So this last post has been viral. So my phone's been going off for this will be the whole day yesterday, and then it's starting to slow down now.
Yeah. Okay. So I you know what? I apologize. I didn't ask your permission to call you the People's PM. I know that you come, to us from this great position that you've now been instilled on yourself, the Citizen PM, Red Pill Jamie.
Yeah.
Do you like the People's PM? Because I think it's really, you're the People's PM. I mean, I think that would make sense. You got to stay safe out there, Jamie. You got to make sure to stay safe and
well, I have I'm
don't let
Mark Carney and I, like, he's literally, we know the same people. He's my coworker. This asshole.
You're both bankers. Yes, you're both
I'm
fiddling around with our money. That's great.
Yeah, so he and I, like, we literally know the same people.
Well, maybe you should have a gathering. I could try to organize some sort of not necessarily a debate, but a discussion between the two PMs.
So I did actually challenge Mark Carney to a debate. Question 1, he's still stuck on. I asked him, what is a man? He has no idea. So we're still waiting.
Well, hopefully he didn't point to the previous PM, because that guy just had a vaginoplasty. Really? I think he's the Justin Trudeau. He was talking about toxic masculinity. I don't know if you saw that, but
no, I don't.
I can't listen to him, Jamie. I don't know about you, but I can't even listen to funny things about him. I just it burns my ears.
Yeah, I think this event too is like, I'm trying to get it as family focused and get everyone on their local media. So wherever you are in Saskatchewan, it's so big and our towns are so small. I was like, go to your local, like, city hall, get set up, have some drinks, get the lawnmowers out, have some races, and just have fun with it and just get as much media around it. So people know that Saskatchewan is working on it. We are, but I don't think anyone knows that we are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think so. The one thing that I noticed, and I have some family from Saskatchewan as well, is that they're quiet, but at the same time, that they're pretty staunch supporters of whatever it is. But they're just a little bit shy about being boisterous, I guess. I don't know what it is. But I hope that they get their stuff together. I hope Saskatchewan manages to pull their stuff together and come along with us and give the boot to Ottawa.
Yeah, I think it's Saskatchewan.
That's my hope anyway.
Doing it. Saskatchewan Prosperity Project is the one that's leading it. They don't have a big following yet, so that's the group that needs the most help. And then there's the Saskatchewan Referendum on Facebook too, and that one has about 10,000 members. So those two groups are kind of working on it the most. I actually ended up in a debate club in the US on Facebook for some reason. But yeah, so I'm on so many groups. Those two are definitely doing it.
Saskatchewan Prosperity Project. I'm pulling it up right now because I forgot about that group.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show this on here right now.
Dates. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. I mean, this is definitely good. Now you're on Facebook. It's probably a better place for some of these groups to get some exposure.
Yeah.
Um,
X is kind
let me
of, so
see
I was
here
doing
if I
TikTok
can.
for a while, and then just like mostly people liked when I was calling out Mark Carney. Like they thought that was funny because he probably sucks at golf compared to me. I literally like I work with 1,000 Mark Carneys. Like I was just this guy's such a cookie cutter.
Oh my God.
And you can tell he looks wet. It's like, don't touch me. You look like you're wet.
I don't know why. And you come from the industry as well.
Yeah.
You're just like Mark Carney, except that you're a female.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, don't you hate bankers in general?
It's a little
You
different.
can't trust them.
Yeah, it's they're different. I'm from Saskatchewan, so the banking culture is a little bit different. I'm in Vancouver and Toronto quite a bit. They have more anonymity, so you can tell that in their business practice, where in Saskatchewan you have no anonymity. So you have to be very honest in your business practices. So yeah, it's a bit different culture. But
Mm-hmm.
also with the guys, it's a lot of ego, but I'm a minority. Females are a minority, and I'm
Yeah.
7, and so I'm killing it. Like nobody can keep up with me.
I'm sorry, you cut out just as you said what you're selling. What are you selling?
I'm selling money. That's it. That's what I sell. I sell money.
Oh,
So like right now I'm managing close to $1 billion for the banks. Yeah.
well, I mean, that's one grift for Mark Carney. I mean, you gotta step it up there, Jamie.
I'm trying to like call this guy out. I think he's scared of me. I don't, because I never know what I'm gonna say either. And he can't answer any questions.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so is there anything else you want to talk about? Are you working on your platform or a budget, or you work just working on this May 16th event? Is that your primary focus at this point?
Yeah, the only thing I need is anyone has like a WestJet voucher, because like it's like $1,500 for a ticket from Kelowna to Regina. So if anyone has like a WestJet voucher that they don't mind sharing, that would be great. Because my family's all there. I don't need anywhere to stay, but I cannot pay that kind of money. Like my house, this is my house. Like I have my siding fell off. I work at the bank, but Mark Carney and I are living very different lives. My basement's
Well,
really,
Mark Carney is living off the back of Canadian citizens. I mean,
oh my goodness.
because
So
he can travel the world and give away our money, right?
oh my goodness, that airplane ride for the 500,000, I know for a fact they're doing like this in women, like 100%. I hang out with these guys. Like,
Elbows up, baby. Elbows up.
oh man, these guys, I know exactly the type of guy that is. When I went to Grand Cayman for work, I was down kind of at the executive table, so I got to meet everyone that
Yeah.
advised the CEOs and stuff. It's gross. These people think that money is the most important thing in the world, and I was like, both my kids are disabled, so I needed good benefits and good hours. That's why I worked at the bank. But they think money is everything, and it's like, man, you can die tomorrow and have $10 million. So like, what would you do if you knew you're dying tomorrow? What would you do with $10 million? And it's everything to these guys.
Live it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what? I appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate you taking the time to share with Albertans. I think the vast majority of my viewers are Albertans, but I appreciate you coming on and talking about the Saskatchewan Citizens United rally for a referendum on Saturday, May 16th at 1:30 at your local city hall. Which city are you going to be at? Which one do we hope to hopefully see you at?
So I'm going to their legislative building in Regina. That's the only one.
In Regina.
Town halls.
Yep.
So if they can make it to Regina, that's where I'll be. And then I'm hoping that everyone by then will have the chant figured out. So I asked them to make a chant. I asked for an anthem. I asked for flags, posters. And then I also asked them to set up a golf cart or lawnmower race. And then we're going to do some cornhole competitions as well. Get the music going, have a good time. And then we should be able to prove with everyone across the province, we're all going to hashtag the same. post their pictures on TikTok, YouTube, X, wherever they are, Facebook, so that we can see, yeah, Saskatchewan's united. And I'm adding Premier Scott Moe, so he's tagged in everything I'm doing. So he's going to be irritated.
Irritated, and hopefully gets the message that Saskatchewan is moving forward in creating. Okay, do you have a preference? Do you want to? Should we combine and be the Western nation, or do you want to be Saskatchewan the nation? Do you guys have a preference for? Have you guys talked about that?
Right. Yeah, we're still beginning, but personally for me, I'm out in like BC and in Vancouver area, the Tri-Cities, and that area is moving towards Abbotsford. So if BC breaks off to join Alberta and Saskatchewan, I don't know what's going to happen to the Lower Mainland because they won't go.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
And it's
definitely
just
not.
different.
So you're in Kelowna, is that what you said?
Yeah, so it's kind of moving up the road. There's a bunch of foreigners, like they're buying everything up this way. So it's just, yeah, it's getting crazy here.
Do you think that the Lower Mainland of BC, or the eastern side of BC, would join Alberta? Because I know that Vancouver wouldn't. I mean, they're not that interested in joining freedom. They like their.
It comes down to demographics. So the census comes out this year in June. They do it every 5 years. We're going to see the demographic shift. So in kind of every city over the last 5 years. And I think that's a big part of it. Like Saskatchewan, Alberta, and like kind of northern BC, we all have a similar like upbringings. We all grew up together, where the people in the Lower Mainland aren't from here. And they get upset with me that I know not from here, but I was like, you guys have an accent. And I said, like, in one video, I'm like, you can't ask me to be blind and deaf. You have to pick one. I can hear you. Like, what's your problem? You're from not here. Like, I can tell Australians aren't from here either.
Well, exactly. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for participating in freedom for Saskatchewan, and whether it's BC comes along with it. I look forward to the end. I don't know if I can make it out there. I would really like to be out there and document and have a chance to talk to people. One of my favorite things is meeting people on the street and just interviewing them and talking about why they want freedom. It would be a great event to be at, for sure.
Yeah, the one thing that's interesting in BC right now is the land out here is unceded territory, meaning there never was any treaties or discussion. So all of a sudden, a bunch of foreigners moved in, kicked them out, and put their government on them without discussion, which I think we can all kind of feel now. So they're doing their court cases. They have a lot of land that's coming back to them. And so I think that's going to drive a population out of the Lower Mainland. So we'll see what happens. But I work with these guys. My kids are Métis. I read the financial statements online. They're perfect. Everyone like says they're crap. And I was like, no, I read them for a living, and I compared them to the government's website for Canada. I would not lend to the government of Canada. I would not lend to them. I'm telling you.
No kidding.
No, like they literally have, and if we can't pull someone out of a deficit in 3 years, we won't lend. So the banks won't lend.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I can tell, and maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong, but as far as I can tell, Mark Carney is looking for any pool of money to use for his grift. And I think CPP is the next pool that he's going to be pulling money out of. And then they're going to be pulling money out of the people's the equity in their homes. As far as I can tell, they're talking about using the equity in people's homes for Canada, or for Mark Carney, or for Brookfield, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Mark Carney, he sold out to India and China and the US. So I think his goal right now is to crash the market. And I think Trump's going to buy Toronto, and get access to the Hudson Bay that way. Kind of like Russia with Alaska. They bought it. So I think that's he's all invested in the States. That's where his family is. He went to Harvard. Like, the guy's not even from here. He was in England for 10 years. Like, guy's a loser.
Absolutely. I agree. Hey, I'm going to let you get on with your night. I appreciate you being here, and
Yeah.
I look forward to an update. Maybe we can talk sometime in May, and before you head out to Regina.
Yeah, again, anyone got a voucher, please reach out to me. It is a lot of money, so I'm still trying to get there.
Okay, all the best to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Okay,
Have a
bye.
great night. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. That was Citizen PM Red Pill Jamie. Thank you so much for participating. All right. I'm going to bring up the last little bit that I wanted to talk about, because we were going to be talking about the independence movement here in Alberta. Amazing time, you guys. You guys did a fantastic job of getting out there and gathering the signatures. Let me just get myself together 1 second. I am bringing it up right now. Stand by here. All right. I'm ready to go. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you to all the canvassers, all the people that signed petitions over the last 4 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Great work at getting out there and getting the signatures. I think, whatever comes next, you did an amazing job. You worked so hard, and you proved that Albertans can come together. So I want to thank you for that. I wanted to go through some of these posts. Dean Keaton, at some point, enough is enough. Fair to say, Albertans have been talking about their independence or at least real autonomy since the province was born. This did not start with the NEP, did not start with Trudeau. It did not start with equalization, and it goes right back to 1905. Anyway, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but Alberta has spent 120 years being treated like a resource colony inside its own country. We're done. I completely agree. Here's another reason that we need to exit this disaster of a used to be country, now Brookfield Landia. Chaos and yelling. This is from Wall Street Apes out of the United States, actually. Chaos and yelling as government in Canada, this is actually in Ontario, makes themselves exempt from Freedom of Information Act request. Check this out if you haven't seen this. This is
The ayes being 57, the nays being 33, I declare the motion carried.
MPPs from the opposition yelling shame and FOI while the vote was taking place. That's while members of the Ford government voted in favor of the FOI changes and the rest of the budget bill. The FOI law will limit public and media access to certain government documents, effectively keeping records and information and data involving Premier Ford, his cabinet, from scrutiny, and that's going to be retroactive as well. So any requests that have been made before now may not come forward. The new legislation would normally go to a committee. The public would have a chance to weigh in at that point before any proposed changes. But after a late night session in the legislature last night, that was fast-tracked to a vote today, and it's gone forward.
We're not taking people's rights. You folks will have lots of access. You have lots of tools.
You folks will have lots of access. That's what he says. Listen to this egocentric piece of garbage telling you that you'll still have access. The plebs will still have access to the information. We're not taking anything away, but we just passed a bill saying that we're going to keep certain things secret from you.
That will continue. We'll continue to debate bills in the House. We are going to continue to I'm out every 90 days telling the people how I spent their money.
Premier Ford has, throughout all of this, said that 95% of information would still be accessible and that it would be limited to 5% that wouldn't be made public. However, there has been dispute over that, and the idea...
The guy just went and spent $29 million on a plane for himself. had to rescind that and had to sell the plane because he makes bad decisions. So I think that this is probably in the same vein of bad decisions. All right.
Yeah, that some information would still be made available. He's talking about how it would be to protect personal information. That's the type of information that would be redacted at that point and wouldn't be made available anyway. So there's lots of dispute over that. And of course, the opposition leader.
Doesn't make any sense why they would do that. All right, Nicholas, generations of Western alienation. Let's just listen to this gentleman.
Generations of Albertans have suffered the plight of Western alienation. This is the culmination. The signature collection period is ending today for me. And I'm here in Spruce Grove, Alberta, right behind Cheesecake Cafe in the Walmart parking lot. This is your opportunity to come and sign a petition after generations of Albertans have suffered the abuse of literally decades of alienation.
Nicholas, fantastic work. All Albertans that were out there gathering petitions as canvassers, I applaud you. And here's another one. James, I believe it's James from Alberta Radio. Thank you so much. AB Revolution Fighter. Today was the last day to collect signatures. Very bittersweet, but we did it, and phase 1 is done. Woohoo. Now listen to this guy. Tim Houston. This is the PM or the premier from Nova Scotia. This is the guy that shut down the woods, shut down the forest, shut down nature in Nova Scotia in 2024. And then our friend Jeff Everly took him to court and won. The judge won, or they awarded him a win. Constitutional freedom was being thwarted by this Tim Houston. Anyway, they won. But listen to this guy and the hubris in him.
I'm not aware of an appeal being prepared. It's kind of come and gone. And as we move forward, I, as Premier, will certainly look at circumstances that are in front of me at any given moment in time. And I will always do what is necessary to keep people safe, to keep property safe every single time. We'll make that decision. We'll do that again if necessary.
We're going to do it again, even though you can read it right here. The Supreme Court ruling that found his government ban on walking in the woods during last year's wildfires was unconstitutional. That is not protecting the people, Tim Houston. You globalist piece of garbage. All right. Rubber Chicken posted this. I thought this was good. Him barbecuing in the snow. I don't know if that's an AI generated. It kind of looks like it. And then there's Chris Ministry of Smart Assery.
To an end, I've handed in my badge, and it was a good day. 12 signatures, no negative interactions, a lot of good people, a lot of positivity, a lot of people stopping by. If I drank every coffee, that's
awesome, Chris. Thank you so much. And look at Didsbury Independence Town Hall. Check this out. That's a lot of people. That is fantastic to see. Standing room only. Gotta love that. And there's another one. Batoche Métis, well collecting is done. Thank you so much. Jeff Rath, good job, Jeff Rath. Look at this guy. This is artist known as Jess. Let's see what he has to say.
Down here fighting the deep state, our friends up in Alberta have been fighting the communist government of Canada, looking for their right to separate from that communist shithole. They have collected up all the signatures they need to get that referendum vote on the ballot in October. But they have the same problem we got down here. Corrupt courts. A corrupt court has put a hold on the verification of the signatures of their petitions. Right? And that is being challenged and should be freed up. Their premier, Daniel Smith, has said, yep, she's acknowledged that the votes are there. And she says, as long as they can get this verified, she will make sure that it is on the ballot in October. Now, whether or not that happens, and it better, because from what I'm hearing from my friends up there in Alberta, they are getting pissed. And because they all want it, right? They even sent me this fancy little pin. Look at that. Yeah, that's Power to Alberta. The North stands free. The Republic of Alberta. I'll throw their website for their little pin and all the rest of their merch they got going on to help fund this movement they got up there. I'll throw it in the description of the video. You guys go show Alberta some love and some support, because the one thing America could really use is a sovereign Alberta that could actually build the oil pipelines down here, since we fucked Iran and the Straits all to hell. Yeah, probably getting some of those fucking pipelines out of Alberta, that might not be a bad idea, would it? No, it'd probably be a pretty good idea. Work out pretty good for Alberta, work out pretty good for us. The Republic of Alberta, that has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Thanks, artist known as Jess. All right, I'm going to switch gears here a little bit. Let me just find what I wanted to show you. Let me see. I showed you that one already. Oh, okay. Here's another reason. Elbows up, buddies. Elbows up. Rogers offers buyouts to half of its 25,000 employees amid cost pressures. They are letting go of 12,500 employees off the hop. Interesting. But elbows up. All right, one last thing we're just going to finish off with, and that's some of the information from this White House Correspondents' Dinner. I'm going to pull this up here. I'm sure that you already have seen this. This is just the footage, but crazy things going on, and the world is a little bit crazy. Let me see if there's something else I want to talk about. I want to talk about, this AlbertaTeaCo.com. Alberta Teas, like great stuff, great designs. If you want some Alberta teas, check this one out. This is a little podcast called The Unscrew the News. You can pick up some t-shirts, pick up these great stickers. These are awesome stickers. Show your pride of Alberta and your loyalty. And let me just see if it has some of the other products in here. Really, really good shirts. Nice job, Alberta Tea Co. and Aaron. Look at this hoodie. Nice. El freaking Berta. Anyway, if you want some good stuff, check them out. You can go through my website, unthroughthenews.com, and find the logo for that. But I guess I just want to say thank you so much for all the work that you did. It is really, really something to see. I stopped by. There was one picture. I think her name was Lorraine. And I met her just the other day as I was cruising around looking for, where did it go now? Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, yeah, it's right here. That's a picture of Bruce Scholl and Lorraine. That's so nice. Anyway, it was so great. Oh, sorry. I'm not even showing you. What a dummy. I met this lovely lady out canvassing out on 16th Avenue in Renfrew area. But I do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all the work. Every time that I ran into, I'd stop and see some canvassers, and I wanted to shake your hands. I am so blessed, and I feel so blessed to be here in Alberta amongst you amazing, amazing Albertans. So keep it up. This is phase one. Phase two is going to be coming. And now that's the education part, where we're going to talk to all of our neighbors and all of our friends and get them to really understand what we want and what has, really kept Alberta from being successful, prosperous, and an amazing nation. So we're going to build this nation, like John from Alberta says. We're going to build this nation from the ground up, and it'll be something to be proud of for many generations to come. Our children will have much better life. They'll be able to afford homes, and they'll have great jobs, or maybe great businesses. I suggest, to my children to have a business versus a job. But there's lots of great jobs, and when you have great businesses, we also have great jobs. But the people of Alberta will build this, and I completely believe it. We are going to work hard to create a great nation, and law and order, family-oriented province, or soon to be nation. So let's move forward. No matter what happens, we're going to get there. So stick with us. All right, you guys, as I always like to say, let's stay sane together. Keep your head on a swivel. And this is Bruce, and I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching Unscrew the News. I appreciate your participation in freedom in Canada. Share this information and help others to wake up. God bless.